What's going on, guys? This is Norbsack with BC4HONEY. I just wanted to give you guys a quick video here, and we're going to go over the Posse menu on this video. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope everything's going all right with the corona in your area. Stay safe, wash your hands and whatnot. But yeah, let's go ahead and delve into this. There's a lot going on here in this Posse menu. We're just going to start over here on the left, okay? Posse enemies. Now, this is where you'll go if anybody from another posse has attacked you or anything like that. You can go in here and you can view what happened there and who they attacked, and you can also avenge them if you like. MRC is a good ally of ours. It was a mistake when that was attacked, so we won't worry about that posse enemy right now. So that's where your enemies will be if you have any. Boss around is a big menu. This is where you actually, boss around if you're the boss. You can also do things here if you're not. But it says different settings. You can edit the declaration. You can alter the posse recruitment, the requirements to get into the posse. And you can also change the language here. There's a few other things you can do if you're the leader. I'm not yet, but I will be. We just recently merged with an Italian posse, and we gained a whole lot of power in it. But we were lucky enough that they decided that they would change the name to our brand, which is BC4HONEY. And so I'll probably become the leader later on. If not, it's fine. Don Mari is a great guy, so it's good. Let's see. You have the lists. Here's a whitelist and blacklist. If you've whitelisted any posses, they'll be here, which is a good thing. Blacklist is a bad thing. So you can add them here for posse points. There's also the posse banner. Now you can choose between quite a few different banners that you put out, and these are what create your territory on the main menu. Every posse banner you put out, I believe, is a 20. Is it a 25 by 25? This is a 5 by 5 slot. Let me see here. 1 second. 20. It'll give you at most 25 blocks of territory, just depending on where you place it. So that's where you can change what the banner looks like. This just shows here other posses. Just what other posses are in the state that you're in. We're in state 2 here in Frontier Justice. So those are the different posses that are there. You can also view your posse by coming here. You can see the Posse Menu, you can see the message board, and you can also contact the posse leader through there. Now, Posse Depot, everybody has to pay taxes for resource collection, so here's where you allocate how much that is and what the tax withholding is and where it goes. So right now our territory points are 4,000, our tax rate's 15%, so there's little math you could do there if you'd like. Donation ranking is you donate to the posse every day. I think it's 10 minutes in between each one, a max of 20 on it. But those refresh, so I mean you could get like 100 plus donations per day, and that increases your donations and your posse honor. And those are, we'll talk about those a little later in the video. Those are used for putting up banners and buying things in the store. Posse permissions will show you at what rank what you can do. So you have the leader, you have the commander, then you have R4, 3, 2, and 1. And this just shows everything that you're able to do if you're at a certain rank in that posse. Posse diplomacy. It's going to show you all of your allies, whoever you're allied with, and you can only have 2 allies. And then it also shows your friends. You can become friends with any other posse that's out there. Also shows your foes. If you aren't having a good time with another posse, if you're feuding or something, you can become foes and you can go and attack them if you'd like. It's pretty fun. You also have official bonuses. If you're a posse leader, you get a bonus: commander, diplomat, planner, recruiter. And then you also get bonuses for the technologies that you use when you're donating, whatever technologies you set up. And you can also quit the posse here. So technologies, we'll go ahead and move on to that one. You have technology and donations. So I have one donation here that I can do. We'll go in and do Posse Taxes. It'll take 5,000 food from me to do it. Like I said, a max of 20 chances, and they refresh every, I think, 10 minutes or so. And and once you get one leveled up, like for instance, this Posse Tax 1 has 3 stars. Well, once we fill this 3 times, we get it to 3 stars, then we can do what we'll call research. You can see this Cavalry's Bane is at the 5 stars it needs, and it's ready to be researched. Once you do that, it will go to something like this Posse Library, where this one has actually 1 day, 1 hour, 22 minutes until it goes from level 0 to level 1. And then the stars refresh back to nothing, and you level it up again, so forth and so on. I'm not sure if they're all the same. For instance, this big Posse one only went to level 4, and then it was done. I'm not sure if they're all level 4. I haven't got that far yet. For instance, this Posse Help is 5. So I'm not sure how far all of these gone. It's a fairly new game, but that's how that works there. And they all have different stats. Like this Gunslinger Mastery will increase Outlaw Shotgun and Shootist damage for Posse members, which is very cool. Increase the number of troops to be gathered in the post office. Just a lot of different things there. So that's the technology and donations. You also have Posse Feud. So if any of your Posse members or you are going to attack another boss, it's going to show up on here. And you can actually see the war record here. If anybody in the Posse attacks another person, it's going to show up here. And you can see what that is. Or see who's attacking you. And you can also help them. You can rally your troops together and attack. Same thing with the defense. If anybody's attacking you, it's going to show up here for a defense. And then there's events, things such as the Ghost Town Outlaws, which just recently had come out. I think we have another 8 days or so until it comes out again. Very cool event, but everybody will get attacked from the Ghost Town by the Outlaws. And you have to try to survive a certain amount of waves. Very, very fun event. I enjoyed it. Let's see here. We'll go to the Posse Help since we have some. This is where you help your Posse members. You go in here and you can assist them building certain things that they're doing. For instance, now I'm building a level 18 docks tent, level 17 warehouse. I'm doing my research for cover 2. And all your Posse members can come in here and help you do that. It's going to decrease the time it takes for that to be completed. And that's basically all there is with Posse Help. You want to do that as much as possible. Same thing with the donations. You want to do the donations as much as possible. It really just helps the Posse out, helps everybody out. So make sure to do that. Here's your members menu. Like I said, Don Mari's up, our leader now, great guy. And you have your officials. So I'm the commander. I'm the second in command here. You also have your diplomat, planner, and recruiter. Great people. You'll want to put the right person in there for the job. And then you have your R4s, your R3s, 2s, and 1s, and any new members. These are just different ranks. I don't think they get any perks. They don't get any perks besides the fact that they can do certain things at a higher rank. Like, for instance, lay a Posse banner or something like that. So other than that, there's not much difference unless you are in the officials page here. And then you get a little bit of a perk for being up there, which is cool. Moving on here, we have the Posse Store. So the Posse Store consists of items that you buy from this item list using Posse points. Now the Posse points are cumulative over everyone in the Posse. So we have 2,609,000 Posse points. That's for the entire Posse. So if I were to, say, go in here and buy an advanced migration, okay, that allows you to move your township anywhere. So if you join a new Posse and there's somewhere else in the state, you can move your township over there and be right next to them, go into their territory, be closer for reinforcements and resources and things like that. So let me go ahead and buy this. So 400,000 Posse points. So you'll see the Posse points decrease by 400,000. Now, like I said, that's for everybody in the Posse. The Posse points are everybody's points. So you don't want to use them too much. The store, however, has the Posse Honor. That is each individual person. You have your own amount of Posse Honor depending on how many donations you've done throughout the time you've been there. And you can use that Posse Honor here in the store to buy whatever it is that you want to buy. So I have 124. I had about 1 million or so, but I used a lot of it for speed ups here for the new Top Boss event they had. So let's go ahead and buy a few. You can go in here and let's see. They have we have 381 5-minute reductions that you can get, and that I go in here and, you know, buy 20 of them, right? So my Posse honor goes down by 60K, and now I have 20 of the 5-minute reductions to help reduce the speed of any of my things. The 5-minute reduction will do research, it'll do buildings, it'll do troops, it'll do basically anything. And so that's the Posse Store. Moving on, we have the Posse buildings. So you start off, and the leader is the only one that can put it down, but you have the Posse hideout. The Posse hideout is you build it up, you can reinforce it. It shows you have a hideout for your posse, a place for everybody to go. When people attack you, if they're trying to take out your entire posse, they're going to have to go for the Posse hideout. So what they have to do is attack it, leave their troops there to destroy it. Usually takes a day or two, and they have to be able to survive any oncoming troops that try to come in to take it back. So you'll build the Posse hideout. Once you build that, you're able to build banners. And once you put your banners out, those increase your territory by up to 25 blocks, depending on where you place it. And that just gives you a larger area to bring more people in, collect more resources, just have a safe place normally, to operate in. Now, once you have, I think there's a certain amount of, let me see here. Yeah, I think you have to have a certain amount of people in your posse, then you can build a super tile. Now that consists of either a super homestead, a lumber mill, iron mine, or savings and loan. Now those are huge portions of the land that you're able to go and farm. So for the homestead, you'll be able to farm food from it. And it's going to be a much larger amount of food than you would be farming from any of the smaller tiles because, it's a super tile. So you can only have one of those up, and I think it's up for like a week or so, about 7 days, and then you can place another one of a different kind if you like. So that's pretty much for the Posse buildings. Let's see, we have the Posse treasure. You get, let's see, I'm not sure how many is a day, probably 6 or 8 digs in a day. You can refresh this, like for instance, I'll do it now, spend a little gold. And you'll get different treasures. Now you can dig for those treasures for free, like I'm digging for this one. Zio's helping me out with it, and this one's a real old treasure. So the experience you get is 5,390, as opposed to one of these green ones. You can call them uncommon if you like. That you only get 2,695 from. So the higher the rarity, the more stuff you get from it. And those take, and also the higher the rarity, the longer it takes to claim it. Here you go. He's got a little purple one. So he's getting 8,180 experience off of that, and 12 strengthening scrolls. So that's a very good one there. So it takes time to do that. It's just a little extra thing you get for being in a posse, which is great. And beyond that, we have the Posse messages. You can go in here. There's member messages, a message board. You can talk to people here, send messages, things like that. But that's about it. And I think that's all we're going to go over today. This is basically the entire Posse menu. And of course, up here at the top, you have the name of your posse, the posse leader, the amount of power that your entire posse has. It also shows how many members you have. We have 59 out of 70. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Went over the Posse menu with you guys. If you like the content, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Tell us anything you want to see about Frontier Justice, anything you don't want to see, just talk to us. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and y'all have a good one.